this sporting event on KMA, brought to you by the Sportscasters Club.
Hey, thank you, Don, and a good evening to you tonight from Avoca. Trevor Mader here with you tonight on the KMA Extreme video streaming online at KMAland.com. We've got a Western Iowa Conference softball battle going on. Logan-Magnolia and Avoca, or Logan-Magnolia and AHSTW here in Avoca. It's a little wet here tonight. There's been some precipitation off and on throughout the evening as we were getting things set up for this game. But we are ready to get things going. We're going to start a few minutes ahead of schedule tonight, it looks like. This game was on the docket as a 7:30 start, but we are going to roll things ahead. This is a big one in the Western Iowa Conference. AHSTW led by head coach Trevor Gipple, 13-10 on the year. They are 10-4 in the Western Iowa Conference. Logan-Magnolia led by head coach Rick McHugh comes in there 11-5 overall. You take a look at what they've been able to do in WIC action so far this year, and they come in at 10-3. Right now, everyone's chasing Underwood in the Western Iowa Conference, and that's going to be what they have to do out the course of the rest of the season. And we are just about ready to get this one going. And in the circle tonight for HSTW, it's going to be Kaylee Jones. And it'll be Amelia Evans leading things off for Logan-Magnolia. First pitch is a strike. So 0-1 the count to Amelia Evans. These two squads up near the top of the WIC. Pull up the numbers on them, and we'll get the defense set for you here in just a moment. The next pitch to Evans, swung on, fouled, and out of play. Brings it to an 0-2 count on Amelia Evans. Now, HSTW was a 4-2 winner when these two teams met back earlier this year on June 7th. So the next pitch from Jones rolls to Evans. It's a ball. 1-2 the count. And HSTW in the first year under head coach Trevor Gipple. Gigi Harris had been the man in charge for a while. And the next pitch with a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Evans goes down swinging. And there's one gone. Now up comes Erica Reif, the shortstop for Logan-Magnolia. HSW's got a couple different pitchers they can lean on. Sienna Christian, an 8th grader. Allie Myers, who's a junior. Kaylee Jones, a senior, getting the start tonight. 7-2 on the year, a 1.68 ERA is the slap hitter. Reif sits on that one. Defensively for HSTW here tonight, Jones is pitching. They've got Riley Knopp catching. As the 0-1 to Amelia Evans on its way, or to Reif rather. That's popped up in play underneath. It's Jones, and there's two gone just like that for Logan-Magnolia. So Riley Knopp is catching. Allie Myers at first. Grayson Partlow at second. Natalie Hagden is at short. Grace Porter is at third. Your outfield left to right. Darian Hansen, as well as in center, Grayson Gettler in right, and Logan Akers in center. Here's Sam Yoder up for the Panthers. Already two gone here in the top of the first. Get you the numbers on Yoder. She just gets a piece of that one, foul back, and it's a 0-1 count on her. Now, Logan-Magnolia have been playing well as of late. They had a nice win over Underwood. Well, they did suffer a loss to Audubon last night. The WIC has just been so wild this year. So here's the next one, just outside to Sam Yoder. Yoder hitting .300 on the year. With 12 RBI rather. Next pitch to her, fouled right in front of her. Another pitch coming. 1 ball, 2 strikes. From Kaylee Jones to Sam Yoder. 2 gone already here at the top of the first. Looks like the rain is, if it hasn't completely died down, it's calmed down at the very least. And here's the next pitch from Jones. The 1-2 just down. Oh, called strike 3 on the outside part of the zone. They're going to give it to her. Kaylee Jones works 2 strikeouts in that inning. It's a clean frame. We go to the bottom of the first, scoreless here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Barrett Auto Center. Sure, they hope you'll consider them your automotive resource when it comes time to buy your next vehicle, but maybe you've just purchased one or are not quite ready for the investment. And Barrett Auto Center says that's okay. Your business is still important. You can still rely on them for all your service, warranty work, tire purchases, maintenance, and more. Barrett Auto Center and BarrettAutoCenter.com is still your resource for any make and model from any dealer. Give them the chance to make sure you come back to Barrett's. Bedford Drug offers more than just your prescriptions. They are now providing immunizations, including flu, pneumonia, and shingles vaccinations. Plus, they offer prescription synchronization for your convenience. Stop in and visit with pharmacist Mike Schweitzer for more information. See their expanded gift selection, too. Convenience, competitive prices, and people willing to help. Just a few reasons that Bedford Drug is the pharmacy with more for you. Get professional and experienced advice on the spot. Bedford Drug on Main Street in Bedford.
Welcome back to Avoca here on the KMA Extreme and video streaming online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. We've got Western Iowa Conference Softball, Logan-Magnolia, AHSTW. We're in the bottom of the first. No score, and due up for AHSTW in this inning. It's Grayson Partlow, Allie Myers, and Natalie Hagedon. If anybody gets on base, Grace Porter will join the fun. Again, Kaylee Jones was able to work a clean frame defensively for AHSTW in her first time out. Now it's up to Abby Hyatt of Logan-Magnolia to see if she can do the same, and immediately first swing by Partlow down the line, runs it out. It was a dribbler, but she's able to get on base with a leadoff single. And Grayson Partlow starts things off on a high note for the AHSTW offense. That brings Allie Myers up to the plate. Myers playing first base tonight. Get you the numbers on her. The infield playing in. She shows bunt, lays it down foul. And it's an 0-1 count on Allie Myers. Myers, a junior, hitting .419 on the year, a .462 on base. Has drove in 10 runs this season. Abby Hyatt pitching is a freshman, 10-5 on the year, a 1.52 ERA. 85 strikeouts, opponents hitting 134 against her. That one sits on a strike runner. At first, Partlow got off the bag, ends up getting back safely before the throw down the line to McKenna Juritz can get there. Defensively for Logan-Magnolia tonight, Abby Hyatt is pitching, Caddy Troxel is catching, McKenna Juritz is at first, Sam Yoder at second, Erica Reif at short, Ashlyn Doyle at third. The outfield, Ashley Christians in left, Amelia Evans in center. There's a liner back to Jones. She'll turn around, throw to second, not there. Couldn't be fielded cleanly by Yoder. Move Allie Myers on with a fielder's choice. Partlow gets to second on the air. So again, defensively for Logan-Magnolia, Ashley Christians is in left, Amelia Evans in center, Graylin Hornbeck in right. First 2 runners have got on for HSTW. Now up comes Natalie Hagedon, who coming into tonight hitting .338 on the year with 21 RBI. That's the most on the team. You like seeing that from the heart of your lineup. In the 3 spot. She sits on that one. It's a called strike. As mentioned, these two teams met earlier this season. HSTW was able to eke out a close win. That one is outside for a ball, 1-1 the count. Now that was back on June 7th. It was a 4-2 HSTW win in Logan. In that game, both teams put 1 on the first, 1 on the third. That's a chopper to second. Yoder throw to first to Juritz, gets Hagedon out, but it moves the runners to second and third, so put Partlow at third, Myers at second. And 1 away for AHSTW in this inning. Now the Lady Vikes in that game, the difference was they were able to put 2 runs on the board in the 6th. As here's Grace Porter up to the dish now for the Lady Vikes. The right-hander with an RBI opportunity. Runners at first and second. That one misses outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Porter comes in hitting .333 on the year, .368 on base, .435 slug. The 1-0. Chopped foul along the third baseline, out of play, brings the count to 1-1. Okay, Abby Hyatt, the freshman in the circle for the Panthers. She saw a lot of time last year as an 8th grader. Took some bumps, as you might expect in the Western Iowa Conference, but Coach Rick McHugh feels like in the long haul, that'll make her better. So here's the next one to Grace Porter. It's a 1-1 count. In play to center. Evans underneath it. Evans therefore bobbled it for a moment. The runner tags, and getting safely is Grayson Partlow. So AHSTW does what they want to do, puts one on the board. There's now 2 gone after the sacrifice fly from Grace Porter. And now Sienna Christian will come up to the plate for AHSTW, the 5-hitter in this lineup. The 1-zip lead for her team. And they're going to say, did she leave early? I think they're going to say she left early, so never mind. Disregard. They're going to call Partlow out at third. And that wipes the run off the board, ends the inning. That is a huge blow for AHSTW. We go to the second, scoreless here on the KMA Extreme.
For over 25 years, Chat Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, we're a whole lot more. We serve your hometown communities, sponsor your local chambers and events. It's our goal to work hard while giving back to those who graciously support us. At Chat Mobility, our interests are much deeper than providing great service. We're just committed to serving you. To learn more, see us at chatmobility.com today.
The accolades are pouring in for Northwest Missouri State University. U.S. News and World Report ranks Northwest at Missouri's top. Zippia.com rates it as the best school in Missouri to get a job. And SafeWise ranks Northwest among the nation's safest. Northwest continues to deliver a quality education, so you are career ready on day one. Plus, your textbooks and fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
Well, welcome back to Avoca on the KMA Extreme and video streaming online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. We go to the second in Avoca, still scoreless. A missed opportunity for AHSTW in that inning. Grayson Partlow gets a leadoff single. Allie Myers gets out of the fielder's choice, moves Partlow to second. Natalie Hagden grounded out but moved runners, and then Grace Porter had what looked like a sacrifice fly that was going to score Partlow with 2 out. However, they ruled that Partlow left the base pass early. You can't do that. I didn't see it. I was watching the ball, so I won't say one way or another whether that was the right call because I didn't see it. And that ends the inning. Now Logan-Magnolia here at the top of the second is going to bring up McKenna Juritz as well as Ashlyn Doyle and Abby Hyatt. They went down in order in the first inning. Amelia Evans struck out. Erica Reif popped up to the pitcher, Kaylee Jones, and then Sam Yoder went down via a strikeout. So McKenna Juritz, who's been hitting well lately, when they beat Underwood last week, she had a monster game. 2 homers in that one. Coach Rick McHugh told me starting to see the ball better. She swings at that one and misses, and she goes down on strike. So it's 3 strikeouts now tonight already for Kaylee Jones, who is not messing around. Brings Ashlyn Doyle up to the plate for Logan-Magnolia. Again, defensively for AHSTW, Kaylee Jones is pitching. Riley Knopp is catching. Allie Myers at first. Grayson Partlow at second. That's chopped to short. There with it is Haggy, but can't get it cleanly, and it'll roll into shallow center. And getting on base safely is Ashlyn Doyle. They'll bring Abby Hyatt up to the plate now. Hyatt would love to help her own cause. Back to the AHSTW defense. Grayson Partlow at second. Natalie Hagden at short. Grace Porter at third. Outfield left to right. Darian Hanson, Logan Akers, Sienna Christian. So Abby Hyatt, the pitcher for Logan-Magnolia, who comes in and sends that one to left, drifting foul and getting down foul on 0-1 count. She comes hitting .333 with a .407 on base, a .490 slug. Has 15 RBI. Logan-Magnolia as a team is hitting .322. So you'll take that more often than not. Then more importantly than that, their on-base percentage, .384. Obviously, I think this is pretty obvious, but you can't score runs if you don't get on base. And they get on base about 38% of the time. Here's the 0-1. On its way to Hyatt. Dribbler to short. Hagden gets that one. Goes lead runner at second. They can't turn two, though, but they go 6-4 rather, on the put out from Hagden to Partlow to get the lead runner, and there's two gone here in the second. Abby Hyatt gets on with a fielder's choice. She'll be courtesy ran for. She's the pitcher, and that's going to be Kira Hochstein courtesy running for her. Now Caddy Troxel will come up to the plate. Number 15 in the program. 7-hitter in the lineup, playing in the 2 spot tonight behind the plate. 2 gone, a runner on here in the top of the second. Quick moving game thus far here in Avoca. Troxel just fouls a piece of that one to an 0-1 count. Now Logan-Magnolia, 11-5 on the year. 10-3 in the Western Iowa Conference. AHSTW, they've been busy, 13-10, but 10-4 in the WIC. Also, for what it's worth, they're 6-3 at home. Loma, though, 7-1 on the road. So something's got to give. So that pitch gets by the catcher, Knopp, and will move Hochstein safely to second with 2 gone. Still no score here at the top of the second. This game had been on the calendar as a 7:30 start, but started a little early tonight. Never complain about that. There was some precipitation that kind of sat over the beautiful city of Avoca for a little bit, but that looks to have, at the very least, been minimalized. As here's the 1-1 to Katie Troxel. Just outside for a ball. It's a 2-1 count. So Logan-Magnolia, 3 conference losses on the year. One of those came against Ottoman last night, as I mentioned. And the other one was against AHSTW earlier this year. And then they had a blemish to Underwood at the start of the year as Troxel sends that one to center. Back underneath it and able to snag it is Akers, and that's how the inning ends. So Loma gets a runner on, strands it. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Welcome back to Avoca here on the KMA Extreme and video streaming online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. We've got a Western Iowa Conference softball battle between Logan-Magnolia and AHSTW. We go to the bottom of the second, and it is scoreless. And due up in this inning for the home team, AHSTW, it's going to be their 5, 6, 7, Sienna Christian, Kaylee Jones, Grayson Getler. Abby Hyatt in the circle for Logan-Magnolia. Gave up a leadoff single back in the first. And then that runner, Grayson Partlow, looked like she was going to score on a sacrifice. They ruled that she left early, and that end of the inning. It's the first one to Christian is in the dirt for a ball. Sienna Christian has been impressive this year in basically all facets for the Lady Vikes. Next pitch, chopped along the first baseline right to Juritz, who barely has to even take a step to get on the bag. And there's one gone in this inning. So that one got put in play, and Juritz probably won't have an easier out all night, at least from McKenna Juritz's perspective. As here comes Kaylee Jones up to the dish. Jones, the only senior in the lineup for Coach Trevor Gippel's squad. This is a really young AHSTW team, only a handful of juniors. As Jones sits on that one for a strike. She's hitting .304 on the year, by the way. And this is a team that, you know, whatever they accomplish this year, they might only be scratching the surface. Obviously, replacing something like Kaylee Jones won't be easy going forward, but the pieces are there. Here's the 0-1. Jones fouls it back to the fence, makes it an 0-2 count. And defensively for Logan-Magnolia, Abby Hyatt pitching, Katie Troxel catching, McKenna Juritz at first, Sam Yoder at second, Erica Reif at short, Ashlyn Doyle at third, Ashley Christians at left, Amelia Evans in center, and Graylin Hornbeck in right. The 0-2 to Jones. Chopped to second. Yoder is there. Picks it up. Hard toss to Juritz, and there's two gone now in this inning. Both pitchers putting the ball in play, trusting their defense. I will never complain about that. And brings Grayson Gettler up to the plate. Gettler looking for her first hit of the season. 0 for 1. That one is outside for a ball. HSTW has two Graysons and a Grace in their lineup. Grayson Gettler, Grayson Partlow, and then Grace Porter. Popular name in these parts. Here's the 1-0 to Gettler. She sits on that one. It's a called strike, and it's a 1-1 count. So far in this inning, Christian grounded out to first, and then Kaylee Jones grounded out as well on a 4-3. So the 1-1 from Abby Hyatt to Gettler just gets a piece of it, and it should be a 1-2 count, I believe. Again, Gettler looking for, here's a 1-2 count. Gettler looking for her first career hit, doesn't get it there. Strike three called on the swing, and it's a clean inning defensively for Logan-Magnolia. We've played two, folks, and we're scoreless here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Why choose Malvern Bank?
Because Malvern Bank is an education bank. Malvern Bank provides online informative resources and teaches folks like me financial literacy.
Malvern Bank takes the time to answer your money questions on the phone, in person, or online. As an education bank, we want our customers to be mindful about money.
To become a Malvern Bank customer, visit their website at malvern.bank and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Malvern Bank, we build community.
Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Avoca here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. A Western Iowa Conference softball battle between Logan-Magnolia and AHSTW. This is a game that, when the final standings shake out, I will say will have had some sort of impact on that. And right now we're scoreless. 2 up for Logan-Magnolia here in the third. It's Ashley Christians, Graylin Hornbeck, and Amelia Evans. It's the 8-9-1 batters in the lineup for Coach Rick McHugh's squad. And the 0-1 count to Christians outside for a ball. Christians only hitting 143 on the year, 42 at-bats to her name. She does have 9 RBI, and of her 6 hits, 2 of them are doubles. The 1-1, check swing, it doesn't matter, they call it a strike, and it's a 1-2 count on Ashley Christians. Okay, if you're just tuning in, we're scoreless. We've played about 25 minutes, and we're in the top of the third. Here's the 2-1 from Jones to Christians, just lunges foul. Keeps the at-bat alive with a 2-2 count. Kaylee Jones in the circle for AHSTW. Riley Knopp behind the plate. The 2-2. Chop to first. Right there to it is Myers. She steps on the bag, and there's one gone. So down goes Christians. On the unassisted ground out, and up comes Graylin Hornbeck, the 9-hitter in the lineup for Logan-Magnolia. She's a sophomore, hitting .220 on the air, .273 on base, .244 slug. 7 ribbies to her name. Here's the first pitch. Shows bunt, puts it foul, and it's an 0-1 count. Loma will turn it back over to the top of the order with Amelia Evans. That's for certain. It's just a matter whether they do it with 2 outs and nobody on or 1 out and somebody on. Here's the 0-1. That one misses high for a ball, and it's a 1-1 count. Well, tomorrow we've got another fun one in the Western Iowa Conference, this time on the baseball side. I'll be in Neola for Trainer Tri-Center. Looking forward to that one. Here's the 1-1. Misses. And we've got a nice rainfall coming over the field now. And 1-2 the count. At least that's what it looks like. I'll say of all the nights to be in a press box, this is definitely one of the best ones. Here's the 1-2, and it slipped out of the hand of Jones. Now with the rain coming down, that isn't really surprising, and it's a 2-2 count now. It looked like maybe it had stopped, and then it picked up, and the sun is trying to peek out. But we've got some precipitation going down right now in Avoca. We're going to play on, though, at least for now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Graylin Hornbeck, 1 gone for Logan-Magnolia. Here in the top of the third. The 2-2 chop right back to Jones. Jones turns around, throw to Myers is there. And just like that, 2 away for Logan-Magnolia in this inning. They turn it back to the top with Amelia Evans, who was a strikeout victim back in the first. And I think as soon as the rain picked up, it let up. At least it feels that way. Here's the first pitch to Evans in there for a strike. I mean, it's still raining, but not. It's an anything you can't play through as long as there's no lightning. Now the 0-1 from Jones to Evans, misses high. Give Knopp credit. She tried to frame that, but to no avail, and it's a 1-1 count on Amelia Evans. Erica Reif waits on deck for the Panthers. 2 gone. I think Jones is going to ask for a new softball. They want a dry softball. Can't say I blame them. Here's the 1-1 from Jones to Amelia Evans. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 the count now. Jones 1 strike away from working another clean inning. She did that in the first and gave up a couple of base runners in the second on error and a fielder's choice. But the 1-2 hit in play. Roller to short. Tough throw. Hagden to first. Can't get it in time to Myers. And running that one out for a single is Amelia Evans with 2 out. And Erica Reif, who's a slap hitter that you have to keep your eye on if you're HSTW, will come up to the plate and see what she can do. And 2 gone. Runner on, and Rife slaps one right back to Jones. She turns around, gets it to Myers. And that's how the inning ends. So AHSTW gets Loma to strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 3rd here in the KMA Extreme. Scoreless in Avoca. Fun stuff here tonight.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 3rd here in Avoca. Trevor Mader with you on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. And it is scoreless between Logan-Magnolia and AHSTW. And due up for the Lady Vikes in the 3rd inning, Darian Hansen, Riley Knapp, Grayson Partlow. It's the 8-9-1 hitters in the lineup. They had a couple of base runners back in the 1st. Didn't get anything on in the 2nd. Meanwhile, Loma's kind of in the opposite. Didn't have any base runners in the 1st. Got a couple in the 2nd, then couldn't get much in the 3rd as that one's in there for a ball. Makes it a 2-0 count. Abby Hyatt in the circle for Logan-Magnolia tonight, only a freshman. It's 1 strikeout. Now puts that one in there for a strike, makes it strike 1, 2-1 the count. HSTW 13-10 year. They've really been battle tested. They have not been afraid to schedule tough. Obviously, in the WIC, just your conference schedule alone can be tough, as that's chop foul along the first baseline. But they've also gone out and they've scheduled Harlan, and they've scheduled Martinsdale St. Mary's. They were at a tournament they were at last week. They have not shied away from being able to play good competition. It's a 2-2 count now. On the way to Hansen, and she lines it right to first. Juritz is there, and there's 1 gone. Had to catch my breath for a moment, and Darian Hansen grounds out, and that brings Riley Knapp up to the plate. She's still working through the order for the first time. Knapp, the catcher in the lineup, the 9-hitter. Also, they played Atlantic at Atlantic's tournament. They played Lewis Central. As that one is fouled away by Knapp. They're 10 losses. Audubon earlier in the year, which Audubon's been kind of in the same boat as these two teams, very up. When they're on, and when they've had some nights where many things didn't go their way. It's an 0-1 from Hyatt to Knapp. Swung on a miss, makes it an 0-2 count. They lost to Webster City last weekend in the Martinsdale St. Mary's tournament. Had a tight loss to Riverside. The 0-2 with 1 gone. Chop just fell along the first baseline. And really, you look at the WIC this year. Underwood entered, I think it's safe to say, the presumptive favorite. They've showed that throughout the year, although they haven't been perfect by any means. But then about 2 through 5 or 6, you could throw a blanket on. HSTW, Loma, very much in there. Trainer, Riverside, Audubon. All kind of beat up on each other. Here's the 0-2, swing and a miss, and Knapp goes down. That's a 2nd strikeout of the night for Hyatt. 2 gone for HSTW in this inning. They do turn it back over to the top, though, with Grayson Partlow, who got on back in the 1st. Scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd. Fun stuff here in Avoca tonight. Partlow sits on that one for a strike. If only Mother Nature could make up its mind. Abby Hyatt pitching, Katie Troxel catching, McKenna Juritz at first, Sam Yoder at 2nd, Erica Reif at short, Ashlyn Doyle at 3rd. Chopped to short. Reif is there. Long throw to Juritz, who had to lunge for it, but gets it. And that's how the inning ends. So another clean inning defensively for Abby Hyatt. They go ground out, strikeout, ground out, and we go to the fourth. No score here in Avoca on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing, and much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to the communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. To learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
At PCSB, we believe in helping our customers and our community grow, and service is how we do it. This is about making banking better. We are here to serve. We have an innovative spirit and a heart for people that moves us to do what's right. Because at the end of the day, we know what matters most. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. PCSB, we believe in you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Avoca here in the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. We go to the fourth. It is scoreless. We've got a pitcher's duel brewing here tonight. Sam Yoder, McKenna Jurix, Ashlyn Doyle for Loma on this inning. And on the first pitch, Sam Yoder fouls one along the third baseline. It's Kaylee Jones in the circle for AHSTW. This is a very, you look at just the pitchers matchup alone, a very interesting contrast. Kaylee Jones, one of the more veteran pitchers in the WIC. A senior. Abby Hyatt, a freshman, one of the many talented young pitchers in the WIC, such as Jaden Huseman from Trainer. Here's the 0-1, misses outside. It's now a 1-1 count. Defensively for HSW, Kaylee Jones pitching, Riley Knopp catching, Allie Myers at first, Grayson Partlow at second, Natalie Hagden at short, Grace Porter at third. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sam Yoder, who's a strikeout victim back in the first. That one just outside for a ball, and it's 2-1. Really, the only scoring threat either team had was HSTW getting a runner on third in the first. Here's the 2-1, foul along the left field line. That was kind of on the bottom of the bat, but Yoder didn't miss it by much. Brings it to a 2-2 count. I would imagine we're not far away from seeing regional assignments coming out, probably either later this week or early next week we'll get those. Here's the 2-2 in play along the third baseline. Coming over is Porter, and there is Porter for out number 1. Down goes Sam Yoder. And there's 1 gone in this inning. McKenna Jurix will come up, first baseman. She was also a strikeout victim, with hers coming in the second inning. Chops that one foul along the third baseline, out of play. 0-1 the count with 1 gone. No score here at the top of the fourth. Jurix steps back into the box, gets ready for the 0-1. Sends that to center. Coming up to it is Akers, and can't make the grab. Her and Hansen, I think, kind of confused each other. Now Jurix gets to second safely, not by much, though, after Hansen was able to make the throw to Partlow, but maybe just a little miscommunication on the HSTW side. Gets McKenna Jurix on with a single. Now Ashlyn Doyle will come up to the plate. With 1 gone and a runner in scoring position. And softball, I'd say more so than, not the base runners aren't important in baseball, but softball is all about how you can maneuver the bases, and that's a strike to Doyle. And I imagine Jurix is going to try to be creative. Coach Rick McHugh going to probably try to be creative with how they use the runner at second, knowing right now it looks like runs are going to be at a premium. Here's the 0-1 from Jones, and kind of on the inside. Doyle swings at it, and she thought it hit her, but she swung, so it's a strike, and it's an 0-2 count to Ashlyn Doyle, who was a ground-out victim back in the second. And runner on second after McKenna Jurix got on. But 1 gone for Loma. That one misses upstairs for a ball. 1-2 the count now on Ashlyn Doyle. Abby Hyatt awaits on deck. Looking for that RBI opportunity. And the 1-2 from Kaylee Jones. On the way, in play. Can't be fielded cleanly by Hagden at short, but it keeps the runner at second put. So getting on with what I'm going to rule an error is Ashlyn Doyle. But again, if there's any consolation, Juritz couldn't go anywhere. Now you've got a force at first, second, or third with one gone. So not ideal, but here's Abby Hyatt up to the plate. She reached on a fielder's choice. That one outside. She swings and misses. So not ideal by any means, but there's a silver lining to it. Maybe you work a double play and you can completely forget about that. Kaylee Jones pitching with the 0-1 here in the top of the fourth. Just found along the third base line. McKenna Juritz at second, Ashlyn Doyle at first. Best opportunity Loma's had so far in this contest. 0-2 count, one gone. This will be a big strikeout. If Jones can work this, it limits so much of what Logan can do. Here's the 0-2. Belted along left field line, foul. I mean, because right now, anything in the outfield scoring Juritz, depending how deep it is, Doyle's going to at least get to second, maybe third. Here's the 0-2. Popped up. That looks like it's going to stay in the infield. Hagden underneath it. It did go shallow outfield, but Hagden gets the put out. That's a big one for HSTW defensively as Hyatt goes down. There's two away. Now Katie Troxel comes up to the plate. The catcher flew out to center back in the second inning. Now it's Katie Troxel, but it's spelled K-A-T-T-I-E. I've never seen that before. Here's the 0-1. Right into the glove of Porter at third, and that's how the inning ends. So Loma strands two runners on. They can't get any across. We've still got a scoreless game here tonight in Avoca through 3.5 on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Many businesses talk about service, but at Rogers Pharmacy, it's not just talk, setting them apart from the big box stores. They're a full-service pharmacy where you can not only fill prescriptions, but they also carry an impressive line of medical equipment to meet all of your needs. So whether you need oxygen, CPAP, BiPAP, lift chairs, or diabetic shoes, Rogers Pharmacy has them all. Let their family serve your family. The full-service, family-owned, independent Rogers Pharmacy, located in Tarkio, Mound City, Maryville, and St. Joe. Visit rogersrx.com.
When people ask me what my dad does, I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Schaff Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, "I'll get that done for you." But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Schaff Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
Welcome back to Avoca here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We are still scoreless between Logan-Magnolia and AHSTW in this Western Iowa Conference battle. And due up for HSTW, it's going to be the top of their order, 2, 3, 4. Allie Myers, Natalie Hagden, and Grace Porter. Anybody gets on, Sienna Christian would join the fun. And on first pitch, Myers swings one to third. Doyle, throw to Juritz is there. And there's one gone. Been a lot of one-pitch at-bats so far now on both sides. There's another one there. They'll bring Natalie Hagden up to the plate. Hagden was a ground-out victim earlier on tonight. Sits on that one for a ball. So 1-0 the count. That one's in there first strike, makes it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike from Abby Hyatt, who's pitching. That one misses for a ball, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike from Hyatt to Hagden. Still no score here in the bottom of the 4th. That one is a ball, 2-2 the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. No, 2-1 rather, excuse me. Got ahead of myself. Been known to do that from time to time. And the 2-1 to Hagden on its way. Chopped to third. High hopper there to get it is Doyle, and Juritz had to split for it and able to run it out as Hagden. Give McKenna Juritz an A for effort. That made me hurt just even thinking about doing that, but not only Hagden able to run it out. AHSTW's got a 1-out base runner with Grace Porter up to the plate. She flew out to center back in the first in what looked like was going to be that sacrifice RBI. Gets a piece of that one, but sends it foul. 0-1 the count. Base runners in this game, so important. Just because it seems, right now, you're scoreless through 3.5. Obviously runs her at a premium. The 0-1 misses upstairs. Hagden will stay at first. Had a little bit of a lead, but decides not to take. And it's a 1-1 count from Abby Hyatt to Grace Porter. She fouls that one away, makes it a 1-2. And now, 20 minutes ago we had a pretty nice rainfall coming over the field. It's making it hard to grip the softballs. Now the sun is out. Mother Nature being very indecisive tonight. Here's the 1-2. Chopped foul along the third baseline. Spoiling that pitch is Porter. Again, Abby Hyatt pitching, Katie Troxel catching, McKenna Juritz at first, Sam Yoder at second, Erica Reif at short, Ashlyn Doyle at third, Ashley Christians in left, Amelia Evans in center, Graylin Hornback in right for Logan-Magnolia. The 1-2, slow roller foul. So it stays a 1-2 count. Sienna Christian awaiting on deck for AHSTW. The 1-2 offering misses well high. Troxel keeps it in front of her. The runner got off the bag at first. Barely getting back safely as Hagden after Troxel throws it down the line to Juritz. Did not get back by much, but got back by enough. It's a 2-2 count to Grace Porter with 1 gone. And a runner on. The pitch from Hyatt. Right into the glove of Hyatt, and Hagden was already on the move. It's an inning-ending double play. That's the risky take on the hit and run. And another opportunity left on the base pass for HSTW. We played 4, no score here in the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
The ARC Group, we take a disciplined approach to marketing. We understand that education and experience must be at the forefront of your decision-making process, and we also understand that all farms manage risk differently. This is Tim McGann with the ARC Group. I would like to meet with you, learn about your operation, understand your short and long-term goals, and then together we form a plan to maximize profitability on your farm. Call me at 712-370-3497 or visit us at agrisconsulting.net.
HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
Well, welcome back to Avoca here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you from now a sunny Avoca. It's a scoreless Avoca, still 0-0 as we go to the 5th. And due up in this inning for Logan-Magnolia, it's Ashley Christians, Graylin Hornback, and Amelia Evans. First pitch to Christians in there for a strike, 0-1 the count. This has been a fun one so far. I know there's, everyone has kind of their own preference. You've got those that would love the wild, high-scoring games as Christian pops that one up. Jones underneath it, and there's one gone. Everybody loves an 18, well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people love those 18-14, 12-11 wild games. But so I think if you're, just a true baseball, softball fan, you also appreciate the 1-0 games like we could be headed to tonight. Now up to the plate is Graylin Hornbeck. She sits on that one for a strike. 0-1 the count. Kaylee Jones been kind of workmanlike, had 3 strikeouts in the first 4 batters she faced. Has not had one since then, but has still been effective. Here's the 0-1 to Hornbeck. Just misses for a ball, 1-1 the count. Second meeting of the year between these two teams. AHSTW 13-10, Loma 11-5. AHSTW was the victor back in their June 7th battle. That one in play, drifting over from second, making the snag is Grayson Partlow, and just like that, 2 gone for Loma in this inning. Now up comes Amelia Evans, back to the top of the order for Logan-Magnolia. Evans did manage to get on with a single back in the 3rd, but also a strikeout so far tonight. First pitch, check swing, misses outside. Ooh, that was not off by much. So now 1-0 the count from Kaylee Jones to Amelia Evans. On its way, Evans sends that one to short. Hagden, a long throw to Myers, gets by Myers, rolls to the fence. Evans will keep on chugging to second. And Amelia Evans with a 2-out reach on an error. I'm going to rule that a throwing error. It just wasn't the throw they needed. And now up to the plate comes Erica Reif, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Again, no score, 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. This game moving a very fast pace. That one misses outside for a ball. Ashley Christians popped up. Graylin Hornbeck popped up. Amelia Evans reached on air. Now it's up to Erica Reif to keep the line moving. One misses just outside for a ball, and it's a 2-0 count. Sam Yoder awaiting on deck. This game started about 7:15, and we're already in the top of the 5th. 2-0. Bunt showed, called strike. It's a 2-1 count. At the very least, with the kind of feigning the bunt, you make the corner infielders contemplate whether or not they need to move up. And Porter, I think, will play a couple steps up. She will at third. That's slapped into center, dropping for a hit. They will send the runner around. The throw at the plate is wide, and scoring safely is Amelia Evans. It's an RBI for Erica Reif, and Logan-Magnolia has snapped the shutout here tonight in Avoca with a 2-out double from Reif. The Panthers are on the board with Sam Yoder up to the plate. So Loma draws first blood. Yoder 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout and a flyout. First pitch from Jones. Bunt laid down. Goes foul at the last moment. Knopp took the risk of letting it continue to roll. And it stopped. Now, of course, if it doesn't stop, you really put yourself in a bad spot, because usually by the time it stops, the runner's safe. So here's the 0-1 to Sam Yoder from the arm of Kaylee Jones, the only senior in the lineup for HSTW this year. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Yoder was chasing that one all the way, but just didn't have the timing on it right. It's an 0-2 count. So 0-2 with 2 gone. The pitch to Yoder misses high and outside for a ball. 1-2 the count. Erica Rife stands at second after that RBI double. The 1-2 from Jones to Yoder. Called strike three. That's how the inning ends, but not before Logan-Magnolia gets one run on one hit. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 Loma here in the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
The accolades are pouring in for Northwest Missouri State University. U.S. News and World Report ranks Northwest at Missouri's top. Zippia.com rates it as the best school in Missouri to get a job. And SafeWise ranks Northwest among the nation's safest. Northwest continues to deliver a quality education, so you are career ready on day one. Plus, your textbooks and fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
Well, Logan-Magnolia struck first in the top of the fifth. Now it's up to AHSTW to see if they can counter here in the bottom of the fifth. They're going to try to do so with Sienna Christian, Kaylee Jones, and Grayson Gettler. That is a 5-6-7 hitters for the Lady Vikes, down 1-0. And Christian swings the first pitch off the glove of Hyatt. She underhand scoops it to Jurid, so on the rebound, there's one gone. So the 1-3 put out. Kaylee Jones comes up. She was a 4-3 ground out back in the second. Abby Hyatt tonight, only 2 strikeouts, but has trusted her defense. First pitch to Jones, misses for a ball. I believe only 2 hits allowed as well. So the 1-0 with one gone. Here in the bottom of the fifth, misses outside. It's a 2-0 count. Again, if you're just tuning in, first of all, thank you. Second of all, this was scoreless going into the fifth. Erica Rife got an RBI double to score Amelia Evans that put Loma on the board. Now that pitch gets away from Hyatt, brings it to a 3-0 count. Abby Hyatt been gritty tonight in the circle for Logan-Magnolia. Kaylee Jones has been stellar for HSTW as well, but right now would be in line for the tough luck loss. The 3-0 from Hyatt to Jones. It misses. Jones was taken all the way, and it's a 4-pitch walk to give the Lady Vikes a 1-out runner. And Grayson Gettler, who's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout, comes up to the plate. Jones will be courtesy ran for. She is the pitcher tonight. And I believe it was Lorelei Walling up to the plate. Or up to first, I should say, is now up to the plate comes Grayson Gettler. First pitch. On its way to Gettler. Runner got caught off the bag at first, but getting back safely is Whaling, and Jurid's almost got the tag. But 1-0 the count on Grayson Gettler. 0 for 1 tonight. Would love to get on base and keep the line moving. That one called strike. And Abby Hyatt's been wheeling and dealing in the circle for Logan-Magnolia. Kaylee Jones doing the same for HSTW. It's a big one in the Western Iowa Conference. Here's the 1-1. Chopped foul in front of the plate, rolling back. Brings it to a 1-2 count. Riley Knopp, Darian Hansen, Riley Knopp await on deck for HSTW. The 1-2 with one gone. to Getler. It's low, kept in front of Troxel, though, so Whaling doesn't have anywhere to go. And it's a 2-2 count with one away. Kaylee Jones got on with a walk. That brought Lorelei Whaling up to the bases. The courtesy runner, the 2-2 fouled back to the fence. Good job spoiling that one by Grayson Getler. She's the designated player tonight. Logan Akers, the center fielder, not in the batting order for the Lady Vikes. Here's the 2-2 offering. Runners go, or the runner goes, but it's fouled back to the fence. We get another one. Bottom of the fifth. This feels like a big opportunity for AHSTW. If you can find a way to maybe get a runner to second or third with one out, then you can get creative. Here's the 2-2 in the dirt inside, and the count now full. Brings it to a 3-2 count on Grayson Getler. This one of the very few full count pitches we've had tonight. Here's the payoff pitch, just inside for a ball. Move Whaling to second. Getler to first. Darian Hansen comes up to the plate. She was a ground out victim back in the third inning. The Lady Vikes still working their way through the order a second time. And back-to-back walks have them with runners on first and second, one gone. First pitch to Hansen, misses outside. And Abby Hyatt in the circle for Logan-Magnolia. Just walked the last two. Here's the 1-0 liner right back to Hyatt. The throw to third is in time. And it'll be on with a fielder's choice for Hansen. But down goes Whaling, who is a courtesy runner. So heads up play by Hyatt to get that lead runner gone. Just your everyday 1-5 put out. And now the 9-hitter, Riley Knopp, comes up to the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0 the count with 2 gone. Knopp, a strikeout victim tonight. Sits on that one inside, and Troxel will quickly toss it back to Hyatt to keep the runners honest at first and second. Grayson Getler at second, Darian Hansen at first. And the 9-hitter Riley Knopp with 2 away, swings at one foul along the third base line. The count stays 2-1. 1-0, Logan-Magnolia leading AHSTW here in this fun one in the Western Iowa Conference. 2 teams near the top as that one's fouled along the first base line, out of play. And if you're just tuning in, it was scoreless going to the 5th. Erica Reif had an RBI double that gave Loma a run. HSTW's had opportunities. They had a run get called back in the first. Otherwise, this might be a different tune. That one's inside, count now full. On the 9-hitter, Riley Knopp. Now, I said earlier that the payoff pitch to Getler was the biggest pitch of the game. I lied. Now it's this 3-2 pitch to Knopp. On its way, called ball. Bases loaded for HSTW. And they're turning it back to the top of the order. That is not what Logan-Magnolia wanted. And now Grayson Partlow up to the plate. She's 1 for 2 tonight with a single. And a big opportunity for the Lady Vikes with 2 gone. Hyatt will stretch a little bit. Now the first pitch is a called strike, 0-1 the count. So far in this inning, Sienna Christian started off 1 pitch. It was a ground out. Kaylee Jones reached on a walk. Her courtesy runner got caught in a ground out. And Grayson Getler Reached on a walk as that's hit to second. There is Yoder. Underhand throw to Juritz. Ends the threat. HSTW leaves the bases loaded in the 5th. We go to the 6th. Man, that's heartbreaking for the Lady Vikes. 1-zip Logan-Magnolia here in the KMA Extreme.
For over 25 years, Chat Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, we're a whole lot more. We serve your hometown communities, sponsor your local chambers and events. It's our goal to work hard while giving back to those who graciously support us. At Chat Mobility, our interests are much deeper than providing great service. We're just committed to serving you. To learn more, see us at chatmobility.com today.
Bedford Drug offers more than just your prescriptions. They are now providing immunizations, including flu, pneumonia, and shingles vaccinations. Plus, they offer prescription synchronization for your convenience. Stop in and visit with pharmacist Mike Schweitzer for more information. See their expanded gift selection, too. Convenience, competitive prices, and people willing to help. Just a few reasons that Bedford Drug is the pharmacy with more for you. Get professional and experienced advice on the spot. Bedford Drug on Main Street in Bedford.
Well, we go to the 6th here in Avoca tonight on the KMA Extreme. Online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. Huge thanks to Levi Sun for helping us out the video streams throughout the regular season. And it's Logan-Magnolia holding on to a slim lead over AHSTW. Loma going to try to add some insurance runs. AHSTW going to try to keep this at a 1-run deficit. It'll be the heart of the order, 4-5-6, McKenna Juritz, Ashlyn Doyle, Abby Hyatt for Loma. And Juritz first pitch swinging foul along the third baseline. Loma got one on the 5th. HSTW looked like they were in a prime spot to counter, maybe take the lead, had the bases loaded. Couldn't keep the line moving. Couldn't get a run across. So now the 0-1 from Kaylee Jones, who's been stellar tonight for HSTW, to McKenna Juritz, who's got a single to her name. Along the third baseline, stays fair. Juritz will move to second. The throw to second is not going to be one. And McKenna Juritz gets a leadoff double to start things. Her second knock of the night. And now Ashlyn Doyle up to the plate. We might see a pinch runner, and we will. So Juritz will be ran for. Couldn't quite make out the number that it is running for. I think it might be Jasmine Gertz. Looked like 13 to me, but nonetheless, brings Ashlyn Doyle up to the plate. The runner on second, and nobody out here at the top of the 6th of this Western Iowa Conference softball battle. First pitch to Doyle, chopped to short. Hagden bobbled it for a moment, throw to Myers on a hop, gets it. Now the runner at third goes, throw is off the bag and moving safely. That is Juritz able to get there, so nifty base running by her. Moves her to third, and Doyle goes down. It's the old, as soon as the throw is to first, I'm going to make a beeline for it play. And Abby Hyatt, the pitcher, loved to help her own cause, comes up to the plate with a runner in scoring position. Here's the first pitch. Belted into left, that'll score a run easily, and Abby Hyatt with an RBI single. Loma has now pushed their lead to 2-zip. Katie Troxel, the catcher, will come up to the plate. And we will get a courtesy runner for Hyatt. It'll be Kara Hochstein again. 2-zip Logan-Magnolia here in the top of the 6th. Abby Hyatt just moments ago with the RBI single. And Coach Trevor Gipple for HSTW comes out. They have a meeting of the defense. Now we're back and ready to go again. Kaylee Jones. In the circle. And the first pitch on the way to Katie Troxel. Bunt showed, called strike, runner goes. Sliding in safely is Hochstein. It's an 0-1 count. Now we've got time. The umpire's got to clear the bases. Oh and 1 to Katie Troxel. So the 0-1 with one gone from Kaylee Jones to Katie Troxel inside. It's a called strike, though. Nicely put. That kind of broke on the outside part of the zone. It's an 0-2 count. So an 0-2 with one gone and a runner at second. The pitch to Troxel. Popped up, drifting into the outfield. Coming over from left is Hansen. It drops. And the runners will stay. Miscommunication there, kind of in the triangle. Part of the outfield for AHSTW, and that puts a runner on first. So a defensive miscue for AHSTW. They've had a handful of those tonight. Now Ashley Christians will come up to the plate. I think Troxel is going to be courtesy run for it, and it'll be Marky Helgenberger assuming first base. So Helgenberger at first. Hochstein at second. One gone, a 2-zip Logan-Magnolia lead here in the top of the sixth. Panthers trying to flip the script on AHSTW from that earlier matchup. They've done so with a couple of runs lane. Slow roller there from, I thought they were going to call it foul, and Knopp gets it as it just kind of died and throws down the line to Myers, and that sends Christians down on a 1-3 put out again. I thought that from my angle, I can't really see where it was rolling and the way the lines are. There are no lines with the rain and the action tonight, but it's an out. There's two gone. Move runners to second and third, and up comes Graylin Hornbeck, the 9-hitter for Logan-Magnolia. That one just misses for a strike. So Hochstein at third. Helgenberger at second. Two gone here in the top of the sixth. Into the outfield, into center, scores at least one. They're going to wave Helgenberger around. There will be a throw, but it is late, and it's a 2 RBI single for the 9-hitter Graylin Hornbeck in Loma. Slowly blowing this game open in the sixth. Has given themselves a 4-0 lead. And up to the plate comes Amelia Evans. Back to the top of the order. 1 for 2 tonight, reached on an error. Evans sits on that one inside. So far in this inning, Loma's been able to drive in 3. You got an RBI from Abby Hyatt. And then 2 from Graylin Hornbeck. That one in play at first. Coming up making the play to end the inning is Allie Myers on the flyouts. That's how the inning ends, but not before Logan-Magnolia is able to get 3 runs across on 3 hits. They strand 1 on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-zip Logan leading AHSTW here on the KMA Extreme.
Barrett Auto Center. Sure, they hope you'll consider them your automotive resource when it comes time to buy your next vehicle, but maybe you've just purchased one or are not quite ready for the investment. And Barrett Auto Center says that's okay. Your business is still important. You can still rely on them for all your service, warranty work, tire purchases, maintenance, and more. Barrett Auto Center and BarrettAutoCenter.com is still your resource for any make and model. Any day.
Children
Give them the chance to make sure
like
you
how to work
come
together
back
as a
to
team and the importance of a great coach. TS Prosperity Group, a division of TS Bank, understands the importance of a successful team, especially when it comes to your finances. Let TS Prosperity Group be the coach of your financial team to help guide you to success with the goal of sleeping better, knowing your prosperity is protected for the next generation. Contact tsprosperitygroup.com to schedule your free 30-minute consultation today.
Welcome back to Avoca here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. This Western Iowa Conference doozy. It is 4-zip Logan-Magnolia leading AHSTW. A big inning moments ago for the Panthers, and now AHSTW needing some sort of rebuttal. It's Allie Myers swinging the first pitch, foul out of play. So it's Allie Myers, Natalie Hagden, and Grace Porter, 2-3-4 for the Lady Vikes in this inning. So if you're going to mount a comeback, this is the part of the lineup where you feel the most comfortable. There's a slow roller to Hyatt, turnaround throw to Juritz, and there's one gone. And Hyatt's done just a good job of putting the ball in play, not giving them anything easy. Obviously, when you've got a shutout on the board, that's been effective. Here's Natalie Hagden up to the plate. One's in there for a ball. So 1-0 the count from Abby Hyatt to Natalie Hagden, who's got a single to her name, been a victim of a couple ground outs. Here's the 1-0. Nobody on, one gone. Popped up, drifting foul, and Troxel can't make the play. Juritz also came over from first to no avail. And it's a 1-1 count. AHSTW looking for their 14th win of the year. Logan-Magnolia looking for their 12th. Would also be AHSTW's 11th win in conference if they're to mount the comeback. Is the 1-1 popped up, coming over, Hyatt underneath it. That's another ball put in play that ends up in and out, and there's two gone as Hagden goes down. Send Grace Porter up to the plate now for the Lady Vikes. Logan-Magnolia looking for their 11th conference win as well. So somebody's going to leave here with conference win number 11. Everyone chasing Underwood right now, who's 13-2 coming in tonight. First pitch to Porter outside for a ball, and one of those losses for Underwood came last night against Riverside. The other one was earlier this year against Logan-Magnolia. The 1-0 count from Hyatt. Swing and a miss by Porter, and it's a 1-1 count. HSTW down to their final 4 outs of the evening. And this game was scoreless going to the 5th. Erica Reif got the Panthers on the board. HSTW stranded runners in that inning as that's hit in play over the glove of Yoder at third, and Porter gets a 2-out single. It was Doyle at third, rather, but nonetheless, it's a 2-out single from Grace Porter, and up to the plate comes Sienna Christian, the 8th graders. Coach Gipple going to call time. And we are going to see maybe, I don't know if we're going to see a courtesy runner. We are going to see a courtesy runner for HSTW. And that'll be Ella Langer, a freshman, assuming first base. 2 gone. And here's Sienna Christian, 0 for 2 tonight, a couple of ground outs. Right now, if you're HSW, you just got to keep the line moving. Sits on that one, it's a called ball. It's a 1-0 count. So 1-0 from Hyatt to Christian. Christian sends that one in play into the outfield. Under it from right is Hornback to end the frame, and HSW strands a runner on. We go to the 7th. It is 4-zip Logan-Magnolia here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Sports teach our children important life lessons, like how to work together as a team and the importance of a great coach. TS Prosperity Group, a division of TS Bank, understands the importance of a successful team, especially when it comes to your finances. Let TS Prosperity Group be the coach of your financial team to help guide you to success with the goal of sleeping better, knowing your prosperity is protected for the next generation. Contact tsprosperitygroup.com to schedule your free 30-minute consultation today.
At the ARC Group, we take a disciplined approach to marketing. We understand that education and experience must be at the forefront of your decision-making process, and we also understand that all farms manage risk differently. This is Tim McGann with the ARC Group. I would like to meet with you, learn about your operation, understand your short and long-term goals, and then together we form a plan to maximize profitability on your farm. Call me at 712-370-3497 or visit us at agrisconsulting.net.
Welcome back to Avoca here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. And we go to the 7th inning. It is 4-zip. Logan-Magnolia leading AHSTW in this Western Iowa Conference clash. And up to the plate for Loma on this inning to start things off. It's the top of their order. The 2-3-4 hitter, Erica Reif, Sam Yoder, McKenna Jurett. So where you'd like to be if you want to add some insurance runs. Reif had the go-ahead RBI back in the 5th inning, and then Wilmot put 3 more on the board in the 6th to get us to this 4-0 decision right now. Kaylee Jones just trying to damage control. The 2-0 in there for a strike. That was one she needed. Brings it to a 2-1 count. And we got a new pitcher, actually, for AHSTW. It's Allie Myers coming in. I'd missed the change and was outside for a ball. So AHSTW's been in a position all year where they've had multiple pitchers they can use, and they have used. Kaylee Jones, Allie Myers, Sienna Christian. They've made the swap with Allie Myers. That's slapped into center, down for a leadoff single from Erica Reif, her 2nd hit of the night. So it looks like Myers pitching, and I believe Kaylee Jones has moved to first. Up to the plate comes Sam Yoder with nobody out and a runner on. First pitch to Yoder, shows bump, pulls back, gets away from the catcher, and moving safely to second is Erica Reif. Loma trying to tack on some runs, put themselves in a good spot for the bottom of the 7th. Now, HSTW is going to have their 6, 7, 8 with Jones, Gentler, and Hansen. So we get a brief delay. Sam Yoder takes a practice hack, now steps back in the box. The 1-0 from Allie Myers to Sam Yoder is in there for a strike, and it's a 1-1 count. Get you the numbers on Allie Myers this year. Said the Lady Vikes have a couple different pitchers they can use. That one's fouled back to the fence, makes it a 1-2 count. Myers, a junior for Coach Trevor Gippel's squad, and as I try to pull up the stats, my quick stats freezes. Just the luck I wanted. Here's the 1-2 on its way. Belted into left, drops. It'll keep the line moving and put runners on the corners. No, they're going to send Yoder around to second. She had already turned and says, I'll go for it. So give Sam Yoder the knock, and it puts runners on second and third with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. And McKenna Jurett's up to the plate. Jurett sits on that one. It's a ball. 1-0 the count. Logan-Magnolia trying to add some insurance runs here in the 7th. Kaylee Myers, a new pitcher for the Lady Vikes, comes in a 3-2 record, 1.72 ERA, 40 2/3 innings. Jurett's chasing that one, swinging, missing. Strike 1, 1-1 the count. We've got runners at second and third, that being Reif at third, Yoder at second. That one misses outside for a ball, 2-1. McKenna Jurett's a single and a double tonight. Her and Erica Reif have kind of been the hot bats for Logan-Magnolia. Here's the 2-1. Just gets a piece of it foul, brings it to a 2-2 count. Still nobody out. Logan-Magnolia will turn around this week. As here's the 2-2 in play into right center, dropping for a hit in front of Christian and scoring the runner at third with an RBI for McKenna Juritz, her third hit of the night. When things are going, they're going. Reif scores. Yoder moves to third. Juritz able to run it to second after they had made a throw home. And there's Ashlyn Doyle to the dish. 5-zip Logan-Magnolia here in the 7th. Doyle sits on that one. It's a called strike. So Logan-Magnolia is going to be back at it on Thursday night. They've got Riverside. That's going to be an interesting one. Bulldogs have kind of been a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde team this year. Here's the 0-1. Swinging and chasing was Doyle for an 0-2 count. Now AHSTW, on the other hand, take a look at what they've got coming up here in just a moment. 0-2 the count to Ashlyn Doyle. Called ball, makes it a 1-2. They've got IKM Manning on Thursday, and they've got Nottoway Valley's tournament on Saturday. Here's the 1-2 from Allie Myers to Doyle. Misses high and away for a ball. 2-2 the count. Again, 5-zip Logan-Magnolia here in the top of the 7th. Doyle's a couple ground outs, reach on air. The 2-2, swinging and a miss. Strike 3. Myers gets her first K of the night. And there's one away in this inning. Abby Hyatt comes up. She's got an RBI, single to her name, also in line to be the winning pitcher. Katie Troxel awaits on deck for the Panthers. First pitch from Myers to Hyatt outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. So Logan-Magnolia's got Sam Yoder at third. And McKenna Juritz at second. The 1-0, swing and a miss, just outside. Had Hyatt chasing, and it's a 1-1 count. Kaylee Jones got the start for HSTW. Pitched 5 really, really good innings. And just a couple things here and there in the 6th allowed Loma to put 3 on. Here's the 1-1, outside for a ball. 2-1 the count. And Loma moments ago able to get a run back, makes it 5-zip. If this result stands, here's the 2-1. Chasing that one was Hyatt, and it's a strike, 2-2. If this result stands, a couple things that I'm sure HSTW will look back on. You go back to the first inning. They had what looked like a sacrifice fly. They rule the runner left early. It ends the inning. And then in the 5th, after Loma gets one on, HSW, the bases loaded, couldn't get any across. Here's a 2-2 in play, right into the glove of Jones, and 1 is gone. Or 2 is gone, actually, on that F3. Hyatt goes down, and Katie Troxel steps up to the plate. Still, she reached on air, but 0 for 2 tonight. With 2 gone. Loma with a 5-run lead, at least heading into the bottom frame, maybe more if they can keep getting runners across. HSTW will be guaranteed to have Kaylee Jones, Grayson Gettler, and Darian Hansen up to the plate as that one's outside, brings the count to 2-0. This game was scheduled for a 7:30 start. They actually ended up starting about 7:15. So here's a 2-0 outside for a ball, 3-0 the count. When we arrived in Avoca at about 6:30, there was rain in the offing, and as we were coming up here, they'll intentionally walk. They're just going to go ahead and give Troxel ball 4. And then Troxel will be courtesy ran for as the catcher. And it looks like courtesy running for Troxel will be number 4 in your program. That is Marky Helgenberger again. Bases loaded for Logan-Magnolia. Up to the plate is Ashley Christian. Sits on that one for a ball. The only problem now with loading the bases is you run into the situation where obviously if you're HSTW, a walk would score a run, but you're hoping you can get the out. Here's the 1-0. Misses for a ball, I believe is what they're going to call it. The umpire never really signaled. It's a 2-0 count to Christian. So now the 2-0 misses low, and Christians is just one take away from walking in a run. The 3-0 on its way. They needed that one. It's a strike. 3-1. Now Myers wants two more just like that. In 5-zip, Logan-Magnolia, bases loaded. Top of the seventh here in Avoca. The 3-1 misses. It's a 5-pitch walk. It puts a run across. Yoder scores. Move Juritz to third. Troxel to second. Christian's on the bags. And Graylin Hornback will become the 8th base runner of the night. Great batter of this inning for Logan-Magnolia. She had that 2 RBI knock back in the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch to Hornbeck. In play, coming in from center is Akers. It'll hop and score a run, and the runner win at third. The throw is long, though, and it scores 2. So Helgenberger scored, and Juritz scored. Christians had taken off, turned the corner from second to third. The throw rolls past the third baseline. It gets another one on us now. 8-0 Logan-Magnolia. This game is starting to get away from the Lady Vikes. And we will see the 9th hitter of this inning, and Amelia Evans, come up to the plate. Panthers have hit through the order in the 7th. Early on in this game, AHSTW couldn't do much wrong defensively. They just kept clamping down, getting the outs when they needed them. As Evans sits on that one for a ball, and then 1 in the 5th. 3 in the 6th, and now at least 4 in the 7th with a runner at third and runners at second as well. That one's high and outside on Evans. So Hornbeck is at second. Christians is at third. The 2-0 from Allie Myers to Amelia Evans in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. Still 2 gone in this inning. Here in Avoca tonight on the KMA Extreme and video streaming online, KMAland.com. Hope you're enjoying it. The 2-1 in play. Drifting back is Hagden from short. Can't make the play. It'll score 1. They'll send the runner from second around, and standing up is Hornbeck. It's now a 10-run game to make it 10-zip, but since it's in the top half of the inning, there's no mercy rule applied. And give Evans a 2 RBI single. And yeah, they've gone through the order now. Now, had this been, in the 5th or the 6th, I mean, they would still get to play the bottom portion of the frame, but this game could end early, but obviously it's going to go the distance no matter what. Here's a 1-0 bunt laid down by Reif. It stays fair. Porter throw to third, not there in time to Jones, and the bases keep on moving for Logan-Magnolia. Put Reif at first with a single. Runs that out. That is her 3rd hit of the night. Move Evans to second. Up comes Sam Yoder. This game turned in from a pitcher's duel to a 10-run game mighty quick. Yoder swings at that one, foul out of play, strike 1. HSTW going to need a big rally. And it'll start with Kaylee Jones, Grayson Getler, and Darian Hansen. The 0-1 belted to left, going foul, and it's a good thing that went foul for HSTW because Sam Yoder didn't miss maybe a 3-run knock by much. Brings the count to 0-2 on Yoder, who's got a double tonight. Still 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. It's been a 6-run frame for Loma. The 0-2 outside for a ball, 1-2. Logan-Magnolia inching towards their 12th win of the year. They came in 11-5. Here's the 1-2, misses high. Good job being gloved by Knopp behind the plate. Keeps the runners where they are. And it's 2-2 with 2 gone. To Yoder, fouled back to the fence. We'll get another one. Defensively for AHSTW, Allie Myers pitching, Riley Knopp catching, Kaylee Jones at first, Grayson Partlow at second, Natalie Hagden at short, Grace Porter at third, Darian Hansen at left, Logan Akers in center, Sienna Christian and right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the top of the 7th, 2 runners on as well for Logan-Magnolia. Here's the 2-2, popped up, out of play. We'll get another one, makes it still a 2-2 count. Elsewhere in softball action tonight, Riverside got a non-conference win over Griswold. Or no, Griswold beat Riverside, rather. I had that backwards. Griswold with a big win. Haley Pennock homered. Anna Kelly, her 100th career hit. Here's a 2-2 to short. Hagden can't glove it cleanly. She'll scoop to third, though, to Porter. Gets their lead runner out, and that's how the inning ends. But not before Logan-Magnolia puts 6 on the board. It's 10-zip. We go to the bottom of the 7th. AHSTW needs a big rally here in the KMA Extreme.
Barrett Auto Center. Sure, they hope you'll consider them your automotive resource when it comes time to buy your next vehicle, but maybe you've just purchased one or are not quite ready for the investment. And Barrett Auto Center says that's okay. Your business is still important. You can still rely on them for all your service, warranty work, tire purchases, maintenance, and more. Barrett Auto Center and BarrettAutoCenter.com is still your resource for any make and model from any dealer. Give them the chance to make sure you come back to Barrett's.
Bedford Drug offers more than just your prescriptions. They are now providing immunizations, including flu, pneumonia, and shingles vaccinations. Plus, they offer prescription synchronization for your convenience. Stop in and visit with pharmacist Mike Schweitzer for more information. See their expanded gift selection, too. Convenience, competitive prices, and people willing to help. Just a few reasons that Bedford Drug is the pharmacy with more for you. Get professional and experienced advice on the spot. Bedford Drug on Main Street in Bedford.
Welcome back to Avoca on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com, as well as video streaming. A big inning for Logan-Magnolia. They put 6 on. They lead 10-zip heading to the bottom of the 7th, where the Lady Vikes need a major rally, and it's going to have to start with Kaylee Jones and hope it can continue with Grayson Gettler and Darian Hansen. Anybody gets on, the 9-hitter Riley Knopp will join the fun. Abby Hyatt in the circle tonight for Logan-Magnolia. Jones, first pitch swinging to second. The throw is there from Yoder to Juritz, and just like that, there's one gone. Hyatt has just been so stellar tonight at putting the ball in play. Nothing fancy. I think only the 2 strikeouts. But when you look up and down the lineup, ground out, ground out, ground out. That's what you got to do sometimes. Here's Grayson Gettler, 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. It's a strike 1. I think if you just said 45 minutes ago that this game was going to end up being a 10-run game, I don't think anybody would have believed you. So here's the 0-1 to Gettler. Fouled back to the fence, 0-2 the count. Now this has been where, Hyatt gets a 2-strike opportunity and doesn't necessarily get the strikeout, but puts something over the plate that's going to put the ball in play. And force it out. Here's the 0-2 on its way into left. That is back. And coming over and making the play from left is Ashley Christians. And this game could be down to its final out after that F7. And Darian Hansen going to try to keep this game alive. She is 0 for 1 tonight. Reached on a fielder's choice. Abby Hyatt been workmanlike tonight. Gives that one a strike to Hansen. It's an 0-1 count. Next one popped up in play. Coming over from second and making the snag is Yoder. And this one will end as a 10-zip Logan-Magnolia winner. Abby Hyatt didn't give AHSTW many opportunities. The Panther offense got hot late, and they win at 10-0. We'll take a quick break back to wrap things up here in a moment on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
The accolades are pouring in for Northwest Missouri State University. U.S. News and World Report ranks Northwest at Missouri's top. Zippia.com rates it as the best school in Missouri to get a job. And SafeWise ranks Northwest among the nation's safest. Northwest continues to deliver a quality education, so you are career ready on day one. Plus, your textbooks and fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
Barrett Auto Center. Sure, they hope you'll consider them your automotive resource when it comes time to buy your next vehicle, but maybe you've just purchased one or are not quite ready for the investment. And Barrett Auto Center says that's okay. Your business is still important. You can still rely on them for all your service, warranty work, tire purchases, maintenance, and more. Barrett Auto Center and BarrettAutoCenter.com is still your resource for any make and model from any dealer. Give them the chance to make sure you come back to Barrett's.
Got final tonight here in Avoca. A nice Western Iowa Conference win for Logan-Magnolia as they move to 12-5 on the year. A 10-zip win over AHSTW tonight. This game was scoreless. Going into the fifth, Lomont gets one on. In the fifth turnaround, they get three more on in the sixth. Tack on six for good measure in the seventh. They leave tonight with a 10-0 victory. This game, Abby Hyatt, nothing super flashy, only 2 strikeouts, but trusted her defense, put the ball in play a lot. That led to a lot of groundouts. Only gave up 3 hits in the win. HSW had opportunities early on. You go back to the first inning, they have a runner on third with 1 out. They have a fly-out opportunity. Score on the sacrifice. They rule the runner went early. That ends the inning. Then when they were down 1-0 in the fifth, they had the bases loaded. Couldn't get anything across. Logan-Magnolia took the reins from there and moved to 12-5 on the year. The Panthers will now turn around. They get ready to face Riverside on Thursday. Meanwhile, coming up for HSTW is a date with IKEA Manning on Thursday. They'll travel to Majestic Irwin. But tonight, Logan-Magnolia, a 10-0 winner in Western Iowa Conference play. That moves them to 11-3 overall in the WIC. HSW drops to 10-5. Everyone's still in pursuit of Underwood for that conference title. Complete recap will be available from this game online later on tonight, KMAland.com. Tomorrow night, we've got a fun one on the WIC baseball side. I will be in Neola, Western Iowa Conference Battle, Trainer, Tri-Center. Looking forward to that one. You can catch it on the KMA video stream. Also, you can catch the audio call as well on KMA FM 99.1, 7:30 the start time. Ethan Hewitt will join me on the call. That looking forward to it. Hope you are as well. We will see you then. Until then, saying so long from Avoca for KMA Sports. I'm Trevor Mader. Thanks for listening and have a great night.
This sporting event on KMA has been brought to you by the Sportscasters Club.